Hey guys, hope you're beautiful. I hope you're beautiful. I hope you're having an amazing day, a beautiful day. I wanted to do something that I don't think I've done before, but I've shown you guys a little bit of our back end, but not necessarily in the actual day to day. Okay, so today I want to walk you guys through some of the stuff that we've been doing for ACB, which is a new program that we've launched. Just to give you guys a little bit of context, we've been running the half a mil program for the last 2 years, and we realized that it is not necessarily the best thing for people who are just who are below six figures. If you're below six figures, it's not necessarily the most ideal thing because it's just going to put so much pressure on you because you need to, we build teams for you, we build these offers, and we build an infrastructure for you that you have to manage. But if you don't have the capital, if you don't have the bandwidth to handle it, it actually becomes stressful. So we launched ACB, just the basics, right? Well, not the basics because you also get an infrastructure, but it's a lighter infrastructure than the one you get in half a mil. Okay, but I'm also revamping the fulfillment for the main program, so that's going to come in the next few weeks. So, but today I wanted to show you guys something that's pretty important. Okay, so whenever I launch a new product, the most important thing is the hardest part is not selling people. It's easy for me to get people into a program because I know how to package value, so much value that it's actually stupid for you not to buy, right? Like this ACB thing, I put in so much value that if you actually get to see what is in it, you're going to want to buy if you have the capital. If you don't have the capital, that's the only reason why you wouldn't buy, or if you don't actually want to scale your business. But we got clients, that's easy, right? Now, for me, the most important thing is how fast can I get clients results, right? But since it's only been like 2 weeks since the program has been out, that's not necessarily the most important thing that I want to solve for now. What I want to solve for is what is the experience that the clients got in the past 2 weeks of being in the program or the first week of being in the program. Because I know that if the experience is good, getting results is actually easy. Because if I get clients to have an amazing experience, then they will trust me and my team enough to let us do our thing and to hold their hand until they're successful, right? What most people running programs mess up at is as soon as they sold you, they don't really care because they made their money, right? But for me, it's like I don't actually. I want to make sure that even the experience after paying was good. So what I did is I just created a survey, asked clients to fill it out, and I'm just going to walk you guys through some of the feedback that we got. Right. So we didn't get a lot of feedback because people are just filling in. I'll still filling it in. But Octave joined and said this is his feedback from anything. So hey, would definitely recommend to any agency that can make the investment worth it 100%. Excited to start booking some meetings. So that was the 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 feedback. Now, onboarding feedback was excellent. All members of the team made every step clear and very clear and guided me along the way. What stood out the most for him was how available everyone is. If you have a question, you can easily use the community or DM someone to get answers the same day. Things that was not clear is perhaps just more so on how to optimize performance for your VA. Example, I watch the VA on Circle, but it just says to have daily meetings and whatnot, but not how to train them. Further on qualifying leads, having conversations, right? And then for the next client was, hey, I appreciate you guys for the work you do. I haven't experienced the full program yet since the VA is still optimizing the accounts, but I'm only a week into this and there's a ton of value in here. How was the onboarding? Seamless and easy. I was guided and helped the whole way and was given step-by-step instructions on how to properly set up everything. I was originally annoyed by the process of having to buy additional Facebook accounts after paying, but it is what it is. So for us, what we do is, since we do a lot of outreach on social outreach, we actually get you to get new accounts, right? But this is good feedback for me to have. Maybe what we could do is we could actually buy the accounts and then just include them in the actual program. So that's good feedback. What stood out the most? Brandon's help and personalization, even though I'm not even in the main program. I thought this would be subpar, but I was wrong. I appreciate Brandon. So Brandon, great job. Brandon is our client success person, and he's also a client, by the way. He's been in the program. Now he decided to join our company. Also, excellent VA selection, very responsive and great mic. And then guess what? Check things not clear. Again, the VA process. So as you guys see, there is a trend. How the VA is trained, what they don't do, what they do or don't know. There's a bit of disconnection and miscommunication between the VA and the training base database. I'm not sure exactly what my VA is being trained on, etc. So this is feedback. Now these clients still give a rating of 10 out of 10 and 9 out of 10. So it's like there's some disconnect, but they're still relatively happy, right? Now I'll just briefly go over everything. So grateful to be here. So Haisam was pretty good. Again, his also the concern was, or the thing that wasn't clear is how to manage the VAs using Circle to host courses. Love the app. Okay, it was good. Efficient. The best part was the team give clear goals and objectives with deadlines, so you know exactly what to do. So we actually give you. So the way that we do things is we onboard you. We get to building your appointment setting team, but we also give you a task for the week and deadlines for you to actually build everything, right? So now I won't necessarily go into everything, but I want to show you guys a feedback that we got from a client who who didn't have a great experience. So I think, so here was his feedback. Hey, been waiting for a coach to finalize my offer for a week now. Other than that, I love the community and all the help I get. So I want to just show you guys what actions I personally take when I see something that isn't clear. Okay. So when I see something that clients keep bringing up the same thing, this is what I did. First things first, so this client had been waiting for a long time to actually get a feedback. So what I did was I actually went ahead and messaged him, right? I messaged him yesterday. I was like, hey, is your offer clear now? Was reading your feedback on ACB. Thanks for filling it up. And now he was like, yeah, it's all good. Brandon was spending time with his family the Easter, so he was away from computer. Beautiful. Wanted to make sure that everything was good. Hope everything is on your end. And then, he was like, hey, thanks for checking up. Shows that you really care about your customers. But even more importantly, this is what I did. Okay. So I went ahead and tagged the operations manager of the placement. It's like a recruiting agency within the company that we have. So we have 17,000 setters. We have around 100 to 200 setters that are ready to be placed every single month. And I messaged her, hey, for Monday. So I had actually messaged her before, but she didn't get back to me. So I was a little pissed. I was like, hey, we're gonna have to be. But she's a superstar. She's good. She's good. She's been with me since 2020, guys. November of 2020. So it's been 2 years and like 6 months. So I gotta be slow with her, I gotta be understanding. But anyway, so I was like, hey, the only thing coming up again is the fact that clients aren't clear on the VA process. They seem to not be getting enough information to understand the process fully. Okay. Now, the reason why this is happening is because we take on all the things that need to be done for the setters to be trained, to be placed, to start outreach. So it's almost like we don't need to communicate with the client because we're taking it all on ourselves, right? So for those who don't know, we recruit the person, we get them to go through training before they ever even get placed, and then once they finish going through the training, they apply to want to be placed, and then we get on an assessment call, and then we assess their performance and how they're good, and then once we see that the assessment is good, then we put them in a pool of people who are performing, and then when a client is ready to have a team of setters, then we actually get on a call with them. We onboard them we help them onboard. We explain everything, but somehow from the recent feedback is people are still not fully aware. So I was like, hey, let's build a new process, a new standard operating procedure for clarifying what the VAs are trained on for each single client. So the clients don't have like how should I call it, like a blind spot as to what the clients are doing, right? So I tagged everybody, and then we also had a client who had 11 days where the setter had not actually logged into the account. I was like, what the hell is going on here, right? It's in one of the feedback, and then I messaged the team, and and then March, who's our onboarding specialist, she said, "Hey, I haven't contacted the check-in week one outreach call, this VA, because it wasn't handed down to me yet for the final shadowing. So there is a bunch of shadowing sessions, and until yesterday, the VA sought for assistance with logging in. So the issue was more so with this setter that we placed, but she sent this message at 6 a.m. and by 9 a.m. she handled it already and was able to talk to the client to replace the setter and just waiting for the client to replace all accounts with issues, right? But even better, what we decided to do is Isa, she ended up designing a process where um, once the clients are actually, so once the team, the VA operation people finish onboarding them with a client, and they'll actually set up a place where we have the outbound call date. So this is like the onboarding call for the setters. Did the VA log in, and what is the expected date, launch date, and then versus what is the outreach start date. So now we won't be able to miss anything that falls through the crack. Okay, so now everything will be pretty good. Yeah, so to avoid this from happening, I've created separate fields in the VA base for the VA onboarding specialist to update the date with which they finished onboarding the VA client and expected day for outreach to launch, so we can track all of this, right? Currently, so now the consulting team and the success team and the setter placement team are now going to be able to keep everyone accountable. So we won't be able to deal with these mistakes, right? So now this is literally it. This is how you improve a product. This is how you improve a service, is you get people in and then you see how they feel, right? And if they're good, if they're not good, then you also find out how to improve the thing that isn't good. So now, like this client who gave the feedback that the setter had not logged in so I sent the message. Let me show you guys what time I sent it. So I sent the message yesterday at 6 p.m. and by this morning the problem was solved. So that's good, right? We're not perfect. We're not perfect. But the beautiful thing is we keep on improving and iterating, right? So we're a really high touch business, right? We're not just hey, here is a course and then you just go on to doing your thing. We actually come in your company, we set up everything for you, so you don't have to struggle with the same struggle that have been solved forever, right? So yeah, so this client said, hey, I was wondering if there's a way we can still be in the half a mil community after 8 weeks. Could be a great continue, bit of support until I can join the main program. Great, easy to follow, straightforward. However, because the amount of content consumed and the work to do, producing new content, building profile, all that good stuff, it's easy to get. It gets a bit overwhelming because there's too much value and too much stuff to do. But Isa and Hassam have been help me navigate everything and let me know what I need to focus on. Yeah, so for now, I guess we can look at the rating. So 10, 9, 10, 8, 7, 9, 10, 8, 10, and 7 again, right? So the goal is let's get everybody to be a 10, right? So yeah, that's it. This is all we do, right? We build products, we build services, we build people's acquisition infrastructures, and then we hope that everything is good. And guys, we also have some wins. So I'll just show you guys some quick wins here. Quentin is delivering increases for his clients. Short form content, 4.5K. Our Velber agreement, boom, boom, boom. Dennis pushing appointment setting offer now. He's retaining clients like crazy. This is the call. This is the feedback from the call that I recently posted on YouTube. Booked one call, biggest client, boom, boom, boom. And we also have here just some more wins. So another closed deal. Alex Robinson, um, book calls, Amazon FBA. I don't know how we're booking calls for Amazon FBA people, but we're doing it. Fix and flip agency, Amazon FBA, artificial grass installer, med spa, forex coaches, real estate, agency owners, Amazon FBA, real estate niche, um, nootropics, fitness coach, all that good stuff, right? So uh, this is the side of the for the setters. So we also have a Discord for them, just so they can do a bunch of stuff like warm up accounts, engage newly onboarded, plays VAs, so everything is good. But yeah, hopefully you guys love this. Maybe I'll try to do this at least once a month, where I actually just go in and show you guys kind of like something that we're working on, and yeah, so you guys can get to see the behind the scene.